you're going to get laid. And many times, pagan couples have their biggest arguments either during or after attending a pagan festival. And it's because there are so many available people there of all different lifestyles, all different relationship beliefs, everything. And you might be sitting up at an all-night drum circle, and they're passing the wine skin around, and you're drinking, and you're banging on the drum, and you're getting all hot and sweaty, and the fire is high, and there are the women dancing. Because this is the time the women take the time to put on their little pretty belly dancing outfit with all the jewelry, and they dance in the firelight. You know, like this Gypsy Woman?
Right.
That's what happens. So, you're drinking and you're getting fascinated by all these women all around you. And men, because they be there too doing that. And you wind up going off into the woods with them. Sometimes they don't even go off in the woods. Some people carry blankets with them, and they just throw a blanket over their head right there in a circle. And you can see the blanket moving.
What?
Carter, we didn't take a trip to play with, so...
Yeah, for real. Like, I haven't been to no pagan festivals, and I ain't know all of that happened. I would always hear, I was dating this chick, and when I went to my first group circle, her friends were like, he was dancing around the fire in the orgies, and that caused all kinds of problems. None of the above happened. I'm like, where was this at? Because I didn't see none of that. I ain't see nobody even get naked to take nothing off. So whatever event you're trying to throw me into, since you already done got me in the heat, you need to point me in that direction.
Yeah, when they start talking about all that, Carter got his draws half down and everything.
Draws and not half down. I was just joking.
Put a trail jack on, because we went out there to the room.
No, wrong, negative.
While we was up there talking, he was up there getting it on. Let's get it on.
Hell no, don't say that.
And there are some couples who go there specifically to try to find a third member.
Oh, so now we're going to get into the polygamy. Okay, go ahead.
And they specifically go up there to try to find a third member. And they'll say, okay, you go that way, I'll go this way. If I see anyone interesting, I'll bring them around and introduce them to you. You do the same for me, and we'll see what happens. A lot of times, these couples find each other at pagan festivals.
Yeah.
And they'll wind up deciding, okay, if it's a married couple and they meet a single person that they want to have a relationship with, they help that single person pack up from whatever state they live in and move to the state they're in and help them get a job and everything so they'll all be together.
I'm in the wrong. No, man, I ain't gonna say that. Keep going. Go ahead.
So, there's a lot of that's something that other people are telling me. You know, the next time you go to a pagan festival, just look for somebody. They're right there waiting for you. They're right there waiting for you. They're looking too. You're looking. They're looking.
We will see.
You know, there's the drum circle. There's live bands playing. There's dancers. There's classes. There's vendors. Fire eaters. All kinds of stuff. And most of them that you go to is clothing optional.
What is that again?
Clothing optional.
See, segment. I'm glad I caught it though. Pagans and relationship issues, and this is from the pagan perspective. That's Miss Nabi, of course, and Morgan Price here. What other kind of problems can you give a little insight with the pagans might go through if you're dating another witch? Like does it really get as silly as some people say? Like y'all end up arguing over what style of ritual to do, or somebody gets mad because the other person hogging the altar, like that kind of stuff. Like, can it really get that silly?
Usually it's recommended if you're in a relationship with another pagan, when it comes to altars, you will each have your own personal altar, but you will have what is called a house altar as well. And the house altar is for the both of you to use when you're dealing with things like, oh man, how are we gonna get the rent this month? Oh boy, there's a position open at work, and I really want that promotion.
Right. Okay, welcome back. I got too excited to knock the phone signals down. I'm gonna get them back in here in a second. You might end up calling the Pagans After Dark because we get pretty crazy with these type of conversations. But that's also why we do this, and this is why I started doing these conference calls and things, because it shows not only is it an opportunity for me to talk to other pagans and witches, but it also shows it shows the people how we interact, because there's a whole lot of fairy tales and whatnot of what's going to happen when you run into other pagans and witches and things of that nature. There's a whole line of myths that you'll hear, especially coming from somebody who's non-pagan, of how your relationship will play out, and a lot of it's fear-based. Some of it's just totally exaggerated, which is why I'm asking them the questions that I am. Good afternoon. Are you done doing what you're doing? You know I'm recording this, right? Oh. What was that? Okay, we're having technical difficulties right now. It's time stamped at 9 minutes. I'm talking to the record. I'm still recording. So I was just filling in the space while we get everybody back rounded up.
Yeah, this is the part of the conversation where that I lost. I got lots and lots of stuff I need to upload. Once again, thank you for visiting Awaken Your Essence. This is Mystical Carter. That was one of our Pagan After Dark segments that we were doing. We were talking about polygamy. We got into a little bit of polygamy. We were talking about we got into like how is it going to these pagan festivals? Because some of them are some of the pagan meet and greets are for couples and so they can meet not only meet in the rack, but you know what I'm saying, they do have singles nights and things like that with certain pagan groups that you might run across, and some of them are strictly just coven based. But of course, if you got a lot of single people in the group, you know what I'm saying, the flirty stuff is going to come out eventually. You know what I mean? like I said, I've been to a few open circles. Some of the people there were single, and some of them there were coupled up. Um, and just like most adults, when alcohol is flowing and people are flirting, you know, what I'm saying, things go a little left sometimes. But yeah, that's what sparked that conversation. I'm gonna see if I can find the rest of those segments. Happy New Year to everybody. I got a lot of videos I'm gonna shoot out. I'm gonna try to keep them short and sweet because I know how some of y'all attention spans are. But I hope everybody's having a fabulous New Year so far. It was a new moon on the New Year, New Year's Eve, and New Year's Day. And okay, I'm in 11 minutes. I'm gonna cut this and I'm gonna shoot a lot of videos out there. Thank you guys for sticking by my channel. I know I took a few long hiatuses going through life issues. Well, you know what I'm saying? Because depending on where you live, that's why people might think all areas aren't Wi-Fi compatible. You know what I mean? Or aren't internet savvy. Unless you spend the extra money to go get the wireless portable Wi-Fi routers, but you got to be in an area where, you know what I'm saying, you can pick up internet. Anyway, I'm back in effect, and we out here, man. Black pagans, black witches, we real. Shout out to all the rest of the witches worldwide. All my Facebook witches. Plenty Carter on Facebook, Mystical Carter on Twitter. Yeah, man. We're gonna do this big 2014.